Are Marvel special presentations the wave of the future? I think after Werewolf by Night and Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, it seems to me that, yeah, they might actually be the wave of the future when it comes to lessening fatigue on Disney Plus and getting people Marvel content quicker, faster, and way, way more condensed. And here's why I think that. So after watching these shows, really enjoying them. Really enjoying the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special quite a bit today. Actually made me kind of emotional at the end of that movie. One of the reasons why it made me emotional at the end of that special has a lot to do with the fact that I feel that the Guardians of the Galaxy are kind of like the heart of the MCU. They have been since 2014. They were kind of like the first real family of Marvel. I know everyone's like, the first family's Fantastic Four, but really, if you think about it, Guardians of the Galaxy in the MCU felt like the first cohesive family and one that was a unit that worked together. And it wasn't really about their divisions, which is honestly kind of what happened with Avengers and Age of Ultron. And it wasn't until Infinity War that they actually came together. And even then, they still lost half the team at the end of it. Same with Guardians. But Guardians had 1 and 2 in between, in those first couple Avengers movies. So it makes sense. Anyway, all that aside, these shorter, more condensed, but very specific stories, these kind of one-shots, if you will, which they should absolutely bring one-shots back, makes a lot of sense for trying to convey something that's going to bring your characters in, give audiences what they want without them overstaying their welcome. Now, the reason why I say that has a lot to do with the middling success of the first few series that Marvel put out there, right? WandaVision, 9 episodes. I think it should have been 10, but they cut out some stuff because of the pandemic. Was a fantastic show that really did help bolster the success of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness because it had to do a lot with trauma. People really resonated with it. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, while good at only 6 episodes, felt like it could have been condensed down to a 2.5 hour and at most 3-hour movie to really get the tightest thing that they could show. Unfortunately, it kind of stretched on and on and on, and we found out that they even cut stuff out because of the pandemic, and that didn't help anything. In fact, it actually kind of made it worse. Like, you're like, okay, it would have gone on longer. I don't know. Loki had it 6 episodes, and a lot of people out there really loved it. I feel that's probably one of the better ones that they've done. Falcon and Winter Soldier, Hawkeye did really well, but that finale was pretty bad. And it left a negative taste in a lot of people's mouths. And even What If had a lot of people kind of tuning in. And then because it was these one-shots that were one-offs that were the What If, it, kind of took people out of it because it wasn't a consistent, cohesive story that tied into the grander MCU narrative, whereas everything else absolutely has been. And I really wonder if this kind of approach to it, where it's going to be, again, these 45, 50-minute long specials that tell you one story with the characters that you know and that you love, will be able to then resonate better with the fans. Because I don't know about you, I don't really have a desire to go back and watch Falcon and Winter Soldier again, or even Hawkeye, or, She-Hulk, sure, maybe kinda, but Loki, absolutely. WandaVision, absolutely, because I really enjoyed it. But otherwise, it's just kind of I don't really feel the need to go back. Whereas Werewolf by Night and Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special are both fun enough to rewatch multiple times and short enough to where I feel that as a fan, I don't have to invest all of this time into playing catch up. I can spend 40, 45 minutes, get in, get out, get what I need, and move on with my day. And I think that's at this point probably one of the better things that Marvel can do. And I have a feeling that there's a reason why we've been hearing the idea that this is the approach they want to take. Now, there's another side of that I think needs to be discussed as well. A report came out today from Comic Book Resources that claims that Bob Chapek actually shifted budgets away from the Disney Plus original shows, which would have impacted not only the Star Wars, but Marvel side of things, in order to cover up for the company's financial failings that it's currently been featuring, because of how the company has been run. And there's a reason why Bob Iger came back into the fold, and it was a whole big thing last week. But I wonder if Iger is going to want to go the same direction as well, if that is going to be something that he's going to want to see the company investing its money into. Obviously, Disney Plus is his baby. Obviously, he's going to want to make sure that Disney Plus grows and that it thrives and all of those things. When in reality, though, I think having shorter, more concise, maybe more frequent presentations, one every 2 months, every 3 months, one a quarter would do enough to push the fans, to bring them to Disney Plus, to keep them at Disney Plus, and to not make it feel like they are over inundated. Because I know a lot of people who haven't tuned into She-Hulk, a lot of people that didn't watch Miss Marvel, a lot of people that are just kind of like, all right, I'll get to it eventually. I'll just pick and choose what I want to watch. But then they feel like they have to watch it. So then that fatigue sets in. And that is kind of where we are with this massive over inundation with Marvel content in the last couple of years. And obviously the reason for that has to do with the 2020 takeoff because of the pandemic. And I get all that. But I think that if there is Marvel fatigue, I think it has a lot to do with not the amount of stuff that's coming out, it's the quality. It's been middling when it comes to stretching out what should be a 2-3 hour story into 6 episodes. But focusing on these holiday specials or these special presentations or one shots that are maybe 45 minutes to an hour long, tell a complete story with characters that we already know, characters that we already love, and we just want to see what they've been up to in the meantime in between their big films, and maybe introduce some new people here, like Cosmo the dog popping up completely in the holiday special, giving us the voice and more of the character, and they will have a big role or a bigger role in Guardians 3 coming out in a few months. It does help elevate that brand and make it more approachable and also more and easily digestible for the audience. However, those are just my thoughts on that. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section. Thank you again for listening. Have yourself a great day and peace out.